JR in Silsbee on the Highway 96 bypass. We're here with Coach Smith, head coach of the Silsbee Tigers. Welcome, Coach.
Hi, sir.
So last week we had a close one, sloppy game though. You know, we had all that torrential rain.
It was came down to the end. You know, we had a chance at the end to go in and tie it in the fourth quarter, and you know, we just didn't get it done. I was proud of our effort. We talked to our kids about putting ourselves in position to win the game in the fourth quarter, and we did that. Now we just got to figure out how to close it out.
You know, early on, Nederland scored pretty quickly, and then they had another early drive, and that long pass that was intercepted by Darshawn Turk at the 2-yard line. That was a big play for Darshawn.
Yeah, I mean, our heap's playing really well, and we've moved a few people around here or there in the back end of the secondary, and Turk's been playing a little bit of corner, but he made a really good play on that ball, and you know, those guys in the secondary did a good job all night.
And speaking of Turk, he did have 2 interceptions in this game.
Yes.
Potentially could have had another 2 because he had his hands on 2 others.
Right.
So defense playing well in that game. Score, if you don't know, it ended up 21-14. You know, we're down in the game, and then 14-0, Antonia Sarline hits for a 64-yard touchdown. That was a big play as well.
Yeah, that was a play we executed really well. We blocked it really well up front. Antonius did a good job finding the hole, and he took it to the house. So, yeah, it was a good-looking football play.
And seeing Antonius run, it looks like he's one of those backs that once he gets out in the open, it's going to be hard to catch him.
Yeah, he runs hard.
And then later on in the second quarter, Chris Martin with a 6-yard touchdown run to tie the game. And actually, that was tied from a quarterback pass to Dylan Tarver for a 2-point conversion, tied at 14-14 at that point, and that was late in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was a good play. You know, Chris did a good job getting in the end zone, and then we went for 2. And Draylon did a great job, just, you know, finding the fullback in the end zone, and you know, we tied the game right there and put ourselves in position to be right in it, to try to go win it. So
we had a chance to maybe add another score, but of course, you know, turnovers hurt us too as well, because we had a fumble there at the end of the second quarter, which gave them a ball, but we dodged the bullet because they couldn't capitalize on that turnover.
Right. Yeah, there was several times in the game where, you know, both teams had an opportunity and turnovers and different things. But we've got to focus, you know, offensively on continuing to focus on ball security, taking care of the ball, running backs getting their pads down, running low, and eliminating some of those mistakes that cost you when you play someone like Nederland that's going to expose you for every little thing that you're not doing right. So we just got to keep getting better at those little things.
As the game went on, it seemed like it was really tough for both teams to handle the ball because of the situation and the mud, and field was sloppier as the kids were running on it more. Is that how you felt?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's something about around this area as it gets, you know, as the sun goes down. I don't know. It's just like more and more water just keeps coming up out of the ground or something. I don't know. But it got really wet for both teams trying to handle the ball, and you know, that was a good experience for us. We may have that happen later on down the road. We just got to, you know, controlling the ball and all those things are, you know, so important when you play in a game like that.
Situations for both teams that had opportunities to score, and like you were talking about earlier, we weren't able to capitalize on those situations where we did get in the red zone a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, our defense put us in position. They kept giving us the ball back. We were in position several times to go in and tie the game. And we just, you know, for different reasons, it wasn't, you know, you can't, one thing I talk to the kids about is, you know, we can't put the blame on any one person or any one thing. I mean, you go back and look at the film, there's 4 or 5 big plays that may not stick out to the person who's watching the game in the stands, but there's 4 or 5 big plays where we make assignment bust that could have potentially been big plays for us, and we just got to eliminate those and you know, focus on execution. So we have to be able to execute at a higher level, and so those are things that we've been working on. So Just got to keep getting better, man. Keep getting better at executing, blocking, and tackling all our assignments. Be disciplined with our eyes in the back end and secondary, all those little things.
This week we got Bridge City, which is 2-1. They lost to Diboll 42-7. Lost to Jasper 45-7, and then last week they beat Anahuac 13-6. What are you seeing in Bridge City?
I mean, they're a team that we're familiar with. I mean, they've been in our district the last 2 years. They went through a coaching change where they made one of their assistants, Coach DeShazo. He's now the head coach, and so they still do a lot of the same things that they've always done. They're going to try to take the air out of the ball. I mean, they don't want you to have it. I think they had a drive against Anahuac where they had the ball like 14 or 15 plays in a row. So that's a concern. We have to be able to play well offensively when we have the ball, put the ball in the end zone, and force them to do what they don't want to do. And obviously they want to run the ball. They want to pound the ball, run the clock. So we have to put them in situations where they're uncomfortable. And so, that's kind of our game plan going in. We have to be explosive offensively and play fast and take advantage of the snaps that we get. So
They're still running the slot T offense.
yeah, it's it's the same offense they've been running, same defense as well. It looks like the same team. I mean, they do a lot of the same things, and so that's what they do over there.
And obviously playing on their home turf in Bridge City there at Larry Ward Stadium. It's always tough to play there. They always bring a good crowd.
Yeah, they do. And 2 years ago we went over there and lost 42-41, and that's in the back of our mind to go over there and win a game over there, and kind of put a positive taste in our mouth with them over there.
This is definitely a game to regain confidence for the team.
Sure. I mean, we're at a point right now where we got to come on with it. We're 3 games out from being in district, and so we got to find a way to get on a roll. So, we're excited. We get to go out and play again. Our JV and freshmen play here tonight against Bridge City at 5 and 6:30, and I do want to say that our JV football team is 2-1. They had a big win last week against Nederland. They beat Nederland 20-13 in a hard-fought game. We suited up about 20. I think we suited up like 21 kids, and they suited up 60-something kids, and we beat them 20-13. So those kids were pumped, and I'm proud of those guys, how hard they work, and so we're hoping that tonight we can get another one.
And that's definitely something to look forward to in the future, to have those guys on varsity at some point.
Yes, sir.
Now with Bridge City, I know that their running back Andy Lotta, is he still running the ball? Do you know?
Yeah, they've got a couple of guys. They got one, and I'm not sure the kid's name, but you'll see him when you get out there. They got a big fullback kid. He's a big, strong kid. They're going to give the ball to him and hammer it to him like a bull. I mean, that's what they're going to do. And we just got to be able to get the kid down, and we got to be able to keep them behind the chains. Put them in situations that they're not comfortable with, 3rd and long, stuff like that. Make them punt and get them uncomfortable.
When Bridge City is running the ball and they're meticulous about that, it's pretty fearful for the defense to get complacent at times, because with them pounding the ball, all of a sudden they're throwing.
Yeah, that's what makes them so dangerous. An offense like that is you got to read your keys. You got to know where the eligibles are. Where the eligible receivers are, and they get so many different weird formations and different things where they try to hide tight ends and fullbacks and things like that. So you have to know where your keys are. You have to read your keys. You have to keep your eyes, on your keys and not looking in the backfield everywhere. And so those are things they force you to be disciplined with.
And defensively, we're just going to have to really load that box up.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to. I feel like we have a good plan for them. Obviously, they are really good at what they do because they've been doing it for so long. But I feel like we have a good plan for them. It's just going to come down to, you put them all in there like that. It's a battle of will. We have to be able to win the battle up front.
And I talked about those losses that they had, and, you can't take those for granted because with a team like Bridge City, you just never know what they're going to bring to the table.
No, you're playing them in the mud, and I'm sure that the field will be, not the best. Hopefully it stays dry between now and then, and that'll help us. But either way, it doesn't matter. It could be pouring down rain, snowing, sleet, hail, it doesn't matter. We got to go out there and play the best that we can, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right, good deal. Any other comments, Coach?
No, I just, people continue to support these kids. These kids are working really hard. We've had a really good week, and, we're excited to get to go out there and play again.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.